That was a hard-fought game. I thought we played with a lot of energy to start the game, staying in front of their drives and aggressive offense is pretty challenging for a team like ours. Staying in front of them, we did a pretty good job for the most part, keeping them from going to the free throw line. But whenever we needed to make a run, I thought they made some big plays, and whether it was getting the post touch or getting it all the way to the basket. And we got off to a great start and leave number 2 3 straight times down the floor, and she's a great shooter. And that was something that you can't give her a very big opening, and we helped a little bit too far. And it got them back in the game. Not that they were out of the game, but it got them back close score-wise, and then they kind of went on a run of their own. But I thought we battled good. Them making the shot at the end of the half. I mean, you always hate for somebody to get some momentum and make a shot like that. That wasn't the deciding factor in the game, but that was a huge shot. I mean, 2 seconds on the clock, and they go in at halftime up 10 instead of 8. You never know what that does to a team. I thought that was a big play for them, though. Second half, I thought we missed some great opportunities to cut the lead a little bit. I think we got it to 9 or 10 a couple of times, and then got a few stops, but didn't take advantage of it by scoring. Missed some point-blank shots, or maybe took a quick one, and it didn't give us an opportunity to make a run there to give us a chance there at the end. But I was really proud of the way our girls fought. That's a team that can blow you out in a hurry if you don't stay focused defensively. I mean, they finished the season averaging 95, 96 points for the last 4 games. That's a lot of points, and it's because of the way they play. I mean, they can just all their players can stick it on the floor and not just drive it, but they can score it after the drive. There's not many teams that can do that with that many players. They'll have 1 or 2, and you can have a game plan against that, helping off of certain people, but you can't hardly help off of anybody on their team. It just keeps you from being able to get stops consistently. But again, I thought we battled hard. I mean, we're playing 6 girls, and they spilled their guts out there, and that's what we ask of them, and they've never given us anything else.
Coach, talk about that first 10 minutes of the first half. You really come out explosive, and it seemed like there was a turning point where Southwest Oklahoma was able to turn up the juice. What are you telling your players at that point to try to get that momentum back?
It's kind of what I was saying. We wanted to get some stops. I mean, that's how you stop their runs. You can't, if you're just exchanging baskets, then you're not doing a whole lot. You're just staying even with that. And, when 23 gets going, I mean, she's dangerous. And we've seen her go off from the 3-point line quite a few games this year, so you can't give her a whole lot of space out there. But when she drives it, that girl can score. I mean, she's just good. And we're just trying to say we got to get stops, stay in front of them, make them have to take contested shots, and then on the offensive end, try to make some plays of our own. They do a good job of being physical with us. I thought that was probably the best thing that they did to us, was they just made it tough for us to catch in a good scoring position. They're pushing Ariel out a lot and making her catch 4 or 5 feet further out than what we like. We can still score from there. It just makes it tougher. And they did a good job of making us take tough shots. But then, we got going there pretty good and started making some plays, and we just didn't get the stops on the other end. And that's the way we went into the tournament. We didn't finish the season on a great note, the regular season, and we kind of lost some juice. We'd lost a little bit of energy that happens to teams that aren't very deep. And we wanted to get that back, and the only way that you get that back is covering. Because we were leading the league. We may have finished leading the league. I'm not sure about the stats, but in defense, 2 or 3 categories of defense, but that didn't show the last 4 or 5 games of the season. And I thought I thought all 3 games we battled hard defensively, and we usually have a list of about 5 or 6 keys, but that was our only key. I mean, we were going to try to cover and do some things that gave us a chance.
A quick turnaround change your mental preparation for today's championship game?
Not a whole lot. I mean, we don't do a whole lot offensively anyway, and defensively, you know, we've got a little bit of zone that we throw out there once in a while, but they got too many shooters to take a chance on that. And it came to mind a couple of times during the game, but I didn't think about it very long. About 2 seconds when you look out there and 2 standing in the corner and 23 standing out there, and they can shoot from a lot of different spots. But I mean, the quick turnaround affected us, I think. I mean, we played at 8:30 last night and 3:30 today, and that's 3 straight games. It's going to affect somebody that's playing 6 players. But I didn't think that played as big a role in the game as what it might have on some teams. I thought we battled pretty good.
The inside game was pretty good, but talk about a little bit about the 3-point. Couldn't quite find the range. A couple of those balls went in, came back out, just not much luck there.
Yeah, and that happened when we go 0 for 10 the first half last night. If we hadn't had an inside presence, that might have got ugly too, but we did a good job getting the ball inside last night after missing some threes. Yeah, I thought we got some good looks tonight. I mean, or today. We just didn't knock them down. And when you do that, you got to be able to go get some offensive rebounds and get extra possessions that way. But it always helps when you make shots.
Ariel, Coach talked about it a little bit, but you know, playing shorthanded, only 6 players. How does that affect you and your mindset on the floor? You got to be a trooper out there.
Yeah, means you have to play almost the whole game, which at the beginning of the year we didn't really. But that was nice getting into it. But at the end, I mean, you just have to go for it. You have to count on your teammates every time to know that, I mean, they're going to be there. You're out there, you're tired, but so are they. And at the end, it's just you guys are all you got. And I think it brought us closer together, really, which you could see that in the team part of it, but it was obviously hindrance at times having to play the whole time.
You know, you're a freshman. You know, first year, you're having a great year. All tournament team here, great tournament. Were you feeling comfortable out there? Was it a matchup thing? I mean, were you able to find some easy shots?
They were really physical, like you said, pushing me out, which usually doesn't happen a lot. I'm usually one of the bigger ones out there, but number 33 is very physical, and that took me off my game a little bit. And I don't know, we don't really have too much. We're a big team, but we have to be able to play inside first for them to be able to get those shots to knock down. So just trying to find that balance.
Talk about a little bit the communication between you and your team. You know, you led the team in scoring today with 19 points, but I mean, at times when it seemed like they were about to run away with it, you were making a quick run. Was that something that was being spearheaded by some of the leadership? And how are you encouraging your other teammates to not quit?
Well, we knew when they were attacking so hard, like inside being physical, just to cut and to get the open shots and the threes. And we talked about it throughout the game and at the timeouts, like what they were doing to us and how to kind of counteract that. A lot of it with catching and cutting as soon as they were doubling somebody else. The seniors are really good about being vocal and being sure we're doing what we need to do whenever you're in the heat of the game and you just kind of forget the little things. They're really good about telling us to keep focused.